Well, good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie. I hope you're having a fine day. I certainly am as this week begins, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful day filled with lots of opportunities to enjoy myself and to happily spread a little bit of good cheer wherever I go. I'm feeling perky this morning. I'm grateful to get up and out of bed and on the right side of the dirt, and putting one foot in front of the other seems like the thing to be able to do. One of the things I've been thinking about this morning as I've been getting ready to share some thoughts with you is our own inner self. Who do we project to the people around us? Who are we? Are we authentically ourselves? Are we in control of ourselves? Even I know everybody says, oh yeah, I'm in control of me. Well, I got to thinking, and I'm not sure all the time in every way we are in control of ourselves. So I'd just like to touch on five little points here, sort of as a checkup to see how I'm doing. And maybe you can go along with me as well. Uh, I think some people spend their lives at the mercy of circumstances, living in the mercy of what happens to them, living in the mercy of other people, not really living in the present, but stuck in sort of a prison of their past. I think that if we want to live a great life, we need to free ourselves from some of these things that may be controlling us. Number one thing is your past. Number two are other people's opinions and even judgments of you. Number three is the limited beliefs we project onto ourselves that we learn from others. Number four can be caustic relationships that just aren't helping us achieve our best potential. And number five, for a lot of us, is worries and concerns about having enough money to meet our needs. Now, I didn't say enough money to go out and buy everything that we want every single time. I'm just saying not having to worry if we're going to be able to meet our basic expenses and sustain our lives in a comfortable way. So, with that in mind, I began reflecting on things that may be controlling me, at least to some degree of that I may not even be aware of. And that has to do with my past. Whatever has happened, we really need to try to let go of us. I think a lot of us have had things in our past that hurt us, that we have trouble shaking off, that were tragic even and profound. But we have to rise up at some point in time. Whatever happened was probably unjust. It might have been cruel. It might have been harsh. Whatever the case, going back and reliving that pain day after day after day, or very often, doesn't really do us that much good. Hopefully, what we'll be able to do in time is to look at it, learn from it, gather the good we can from however a painful experience it was, and begin to move forward. I know it's easy sometimes to say things like, oh, I'll never forgive them, I'll hate them, but that doesn't do you any good. When you live in hate, I think the other person wins. If you live as a victim, they win. Don't let them have that power over you. You can rise above most everything with the help and support of good people around you. And if you want to win, I think it helps to really focus on building a good future, on enjoying your present, whatever it is, starting right now, and don't allow the events of the past, which you can't change because they've already happened, to ruin the moments that you're experiencing now. Plan on enjoying each and every moment you can fully. Your past does not equal your future and certainly doesn't equal your present. The number two thing that I was thinking about that sometimes controls me is other people's opinions and judgments. And you know the old saying about opinions, everybody has one. And just because they have an opinion, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to buy into it. If you travel down those paths with other people, you may find yourself going into a negative space that you never wanted to enter. Before you do anything, when people are beginning to offer their opinions and judgments of the path you're traveling or a situation, whatever, ask yourself if this is what you want to do. Don't just acquiesce because everybody else is doing it. I can still hear my mother now when I was a kid saying, well, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you go and jump off the bridge with them? Well, no, Mom, I wouldn't. And it's that type of thing. Just because everybody else is jumping on a particular bandwagon, you have a right to stand for what you value most. You deserve to be appreciated and loved for who you are. You don't have to agree with what other people are saying unless you really truly support it. Don't dim your light so you fit into the dull background of a group of people that may not be heading in the direction you really would prefer to go. The third thing about control is don't allow yourself to be controlled by your own self-limiting beliefs. Have you ever listened to some of your self-talk, how you express yourself to yourself? Or are you your harshest critic? Do you put yourself down? That's a way of limiting the possibilities that you're willing to try to embrace. When that little inner voice says, Barbara, you can't sing. Barbara, you can't dance. Barbara, you're not crafty. And there are times when your inner voice is very truthful. That's one of them for me. But if you listen to that inner voice that may have come to you from past experiences, even from other people, you don't even try. You just close the door on possibilities. And maybe if that voice could be quieted, you try something new and fun, something different. I remember when I first took up Zumba, I had a little inner voice saying, girl, you must be nuts. What do you think you're going to do? But I got out there, listened to the music, watched the people having a happy time together. And before I knew it, I was moving and grooving, maybe not as good as the star in the dance group, but I was keeping up and I was happy and joyful. And I was getting a lot of exercise. There is nothing that you can't at least take on as a challenge. You might surprise yourself and actually achieve something that you had said, that's not possible. It's impossible. I simply cannot even think about doing that. Well, Audrey Hepburn expressed it, I think, the best way there could be when she said, turn impossible into I'm possible and go from there. Give yourself the opportunity to try to expand and widen your horizon. The enemy within cannot harm you if you refuse to listen to the enemy within. Number 4 is relationships. If you looked at your relationships, I think sometimes we have prickly friends, or what I call friendly enemies, people that pretend to be your friends, but they aren't always. It's a little touchy subject. Uh, but if you always are needing somebody else to make you happy, maybe it's a good idea to look within yourself a little bit deeper, because other people's can't make you happy. Happiness comes from within yourself. Uh, what I'm saying is, let's develop enough mental strength uh, where we can find joy in ourselves each and every day. That smile that comes on your face shouldn't be one that has to come from someone else. It doesn't mean you don't have joy and happiness and good times with people around you, but it's not necessarily a requirement. Um, I was listening the other day, and out in front, some of the kids were playing, and they got into a little scuffle, and this one little girl looked at another little girl out front in the yard, and she says, "You are making me very unhappy." And I don't know where the other little girl ever got the piece of advice she gave her, and but she looked at her and said, "I am not responsible for your happiness. You need to go find it. You've lost it." And I thought, wow, that's pretty profound coming from a 5-year-old child in the middle of the grass on a sunny day. But it's true. We need to bring our internal happiness to every situation, not sit there and wait for somebody else to make us happy. We need to look within for that. And number 5, money. My goodness. Uh, this, I think, controls so much of what we can choose to do in a lot of aspects of our life. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be comfortable and have sufficient funds to do um, necessary things and even little extras. Uh, it doesn't mean that money is the root of all evil. You know as well as I do the great things that you could do and the people you could help if you had unlimited resources. How many of us have, when the lottery gets sky highs, actually go out and buy one ticket and say, "Oh, wow, if I won this Powerball, look at all the good things I could do for each and every other person that I know, and people I don't even know." But you can do that without unlimited monetary resources each and every day. Um, don't ever let decisions you make be solely controlled by money. If you're choosing to do something only because of money, you might just be making the worst decision of your life. What you will find is that when you follow your heart and you lead with your intentions to serve other people, to give the best to others, then for lack of a better word, the blessings will come. You will find the resources you need to be able to make a difference. Maybe those resources come in very small ways. Something as simple as making a meal for somebody else. Out of things you already have at home or things you were planning on preparing for your own family and you're going to share with somebody else. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it pays huge dividends in your ability to feel good about yourself, to enhance your life, to embrace your own joy, to live fully, and to shine your light brightly about you so other people can be helped, maybe even inspired and encouraged by the way you are choosing to approach each day. I think all of us would be well spent if we could just simply let our little light shine, as that lovely little song from my childhood says. Uh, this little light of mine, I am going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And I hope you'll let the inner light you have glow so everyone can see the special person you are and how helpful you are to everyone who crosses your path. Go out there and make a difference and enjoy your day. I will talk to you later. Bye.